Okay, so we have an Astro Report. So while I am shuffling the light seer, no, this is the rider weight. The rider weight and the light seer, but I'm going to shuffle the rider weight while I talk with you about the Astro Report. So the Astro Report is really important, so I just want to give it a couple minutes to come on here. Yesterday we talked about trickster, deception, lies. We talked about impending doom energy. Well, the day before that, I talked about before you go to bed, make sure to ask Astro, your spirit team, that you could get into some classes. So all of you that did that night, we got you all scheduled, and then last night I met with you all, and class begins. Some has begun, but most of you, class begins tonight. So thank you for listening. That was great, and you still can do it. Just ask Astro before you go to bed. Ask your team, your spirit guides, to put you in some of our master classes on rewriting soul contracts, on going into your ancient, who are you? That was on the who are you video, where I talked about, do you know who you are? If not, let's do some classes in Astro. So if you know what I'm talking about, you know, I seen you last night. If you want to still join anytime, you just ask and it's done. Okay? Now, a couple things happened that Astro wants to talk about. Yesterday I talked a lot about that trickster deception energy. Well. In Indian times, if you've seen raccoons, it could mean a sign of what I talked about yesterday with the tricksters, right? Okay, now I haven't seen Ricky and Rachel, the raccoons, for a long time. I don't even know when the last time was. I'm going to guess over 6 months ago, right? It's in my videos, but I can't really remember. Well, this morning, Rochelle and 3 of her babies were out on the porch saying hi to me. So that's the mom and the babies. I'm assuming it was the mom. Could have been the dad, right? We have stay-at-home dads. But they came loud and clear across that they were symbolizing trickster, the Indian symbolism for raccoons. You can look into that yourself. And then in Astro last night, we were on assignment, and somebody we knew set us up to be kidnapped. And of course our intuition knew that, so we didn't let it happen. But it was somebody from the flock here, you know, but was on the edge. We were monitoring him. And of course he got caught and got gone, you know, like the final straw that breaks the camel's back, right? The final assignment that puts somebody where they need to go. And that happened last night. So everything I said in yesterday's video was just so right on. So right on. Joshua, Claire, and Mary, welcome to the live. So I'm just telling you that this shit's real. Astro wants you to know it's real. So when I said to sign up for classes, I was there for you. You're all signed up. You still can sign up. Astro is really important because we learn so much. We do so much in Astro. So they wanted me to give you a little report. And with the Indian symbolism of the raccoon and her 3 babies, and then they don't let me remember everything in Astro so that I don't tell you guys, but when they have me remember something, I'm supposed to tell you. So that was really important about how we were walking through this parking lot, kind of like at the customs where you're walking, like let's say you're walking in an airport and it's a big long parking lot and you're walking towards the end, let's say like the line where they come pick you up into limos or something, right? And you're walking and they had these people that were dressed up fakely and they were going to grab us and kidnap us. And that was from the person that we thought was our friend, right? But we said that he was being monitored and he failed. And we didn't fail. So again, how did we know? Well, how does anybody know anything, right? Lots of trial and error, lots of assignments. But intuition, intuition plays a big part in life. How are you going to know about this trickster energy? How are you going to know somebody's trying to deceive you? So I'm just giving you this report because Astro told me I have to. So each one of you is going to take a little bit different message from this, but it's really important. So we do win. You don't get tricked. Unless you're just totally an idiot and blind, and like I could have just went along with the people that were going to kidnap me and just went along with it. And sometimes we do that because that's our assignment, but this wasn't our assignment. Our assignment was to find out who is the trickster, and we figured it out. We knew, but it was the straw that broke the camel's back. So we've got 10 of Cups. Sounds like Fantasyland, huh? Everything I'm saying sounds like Fantasyland. 10 of Cups. It's not, but it may sound like it because, of course, we live in the programmed hologram matrix. So, of course, it's going to sound wacky, right? It's not. And underneath that is the 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands. Just like I said, we do have victory in this Fantasyland scenario that I just told you about, but it's not Fantasyland. It is real. And top of the deck, we have a 2 of Swords. So, yeah, this is exactly what I'm saying. So you're going to have a decision to make. That decision is going to be one that you're going to have to use your intuition on. The blindfold right now is on, and you're going to have to use your intuition. You're going to have to not use these eyes. You're going to have to use your third eye, okay? And you're going to have to just, do you have somebody in your energy right now that you feel is not who they say they are? Then you're going to have to play that game and figure it out and get rid of them and not fall for their trickery. It's causing a lot of anxiety, 9 of Swords. And it does, it's like I didn't want it to be true. I didn't want that person to have to finally be arrested or found out or caught. But they make their own bed, they have to lie in it. The Magician. We use our magician power in our assignments. Yes, our intuition is magical. Now, this happened in Astro. This is an Astro report. But the reason they're telling me to talk to you about it is because it's going to play out now in the movie. So, how does it play out in the movie? Well, you got the signs from the raccoons that it's a trickster energy. You just had me tell you it's going to feel like Fantasyland. I'm going to give you an example. You love your husband or wife, and you never ever would dream that they would be embezzling from their company. And you find out from the big boss that your husband or wife has been embezzling from the company and is being arrested and put in jail. And it floors you because you would never have dreamed that your partner would be an embezzler. That's the kind of trickster energy that you're going to feel. It's going to hit you right here because you never thought that that person was doing that. Okay, and then on another energy level, it's just a minor trickster energy of where you really believed that a company or a product was good and it wasn't. Something that simple, okay? You hired a maid to come over and clean your whole house and she stole from you, okay? That's a great analogy right there. She stole something from you, and here she's supposed to be a bonded, maid, insured, honest, and you trusted her with your whole house, and she stole something from you. So it can be something as simple as that, or it can be something as major as your significant other was cheating on you, stealing from his company. It could be something like your parents tell you you're not really their kid. It could be many different things, but it's coming in fast, and it's that trickster energy, just like a magician, and it's coming in fast. So, as in with Astro, it happened already last night. That person is finally the straw that broke the camel's back. That was their last chance to prove faithful, and they didn't. That person that we all knew and trusted but had our doubts set us up to be kidnapped. Six of Pentacles, that is not equal give and take. That was not equal give and take. And that's what we want. We want equal give and take. The Six of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. There will be victory though. And there was. And the person's gone. It's just hard because he had many, many chances. The very first time I saw him in Astro was at a court proceeding type of setting, a meeting type setting. I shouldn't say court, but it was one of them meetings where you walk in and everybody's sitting with their attorneys or sitting with their legal representatives, and he was wearing a white shirt, and he never wears white. And there was a sign in front of him that only I could see, and it said LIES. And I'm like, because that person was very close to me, and I didn't think that that was a good sign to have in front of him. So we had to go from A to Z to find out if that was true. So from day one, which was probably, with timing, it's probably about 4 years ago, but 3.5 years ago. From that point on, we had to go through testing, assignments, testing, just like court has to go through their court procedure. This was, okay, if you're really not a liar, then let's see. So it's like proof is in the pudding. So it's like Astro tests you and tests you. That's how Astro works. It's not like here where you go in front of a judge and you tell your story and your lawyer can lie for you and all that kind of stuff. This is more proof is in the pudding. We're going to put you through all these different tests and see if you're a liar or not. And the person finally got caught for being a trickster. And Thriller was playing in the background, and I hear them laughing. And that's kind of how it was. It was kind of like, you know, they were laughing like in the Thriller, and we were like, okay, well, you lose. So I know this is a kind of weird reading, but I'm trying to give you an astro report. So the Hermit, so we need to go within and find out that this isn't fantasy talk, that this is the truth. What's really going on is going on when we're sleeping. What's going on here in the physical is just a movie, and we're bringing in the end of the movie. I say this almost every time. So you really have to go within and know who you are, and don't be tricked, and weed out all these people. Even if you're left with just you and your cat. Eight of Pentacles, your hard work is paying off. I'm drawn to his red boots. If you know about the Red Boot Club, they're all being rounded up. Your hard work is paying off. Then we're going to go into the Lovers, and we always do. Do you notice how I talk about hard work and astro, and I talk about all the stuff we're doing? The Lovers always seems to pop up at the end to tell you to focus on divine love. There's your Knight and the White Horse, right? Bringing you that cup of love, the Knight of Cups. He's coming in on that chariot. It's coming in quickly. Because once we get rid of our assignments and our trickster people and our court cases and astro, once we get rid of that, that's where that clean slate is. Once they take away your spouse for embezzlement or adultery, then that's when your slate is clean. If you're balanced, the Lovers and the Knight of Cups, that's what's going to happen next. That's your future. Okay? Underneath fantasy card, we had that Four of Wands victory and the Wild card. Okay? So anything can happen, but it's got to be first things first, okay? You know, you can't leave your spouse without getting a divorce, right? And then the divorce takes a while, and then your healing takes a while, and you can't have the revenge, and you can't have the remorse. You know, everything's a process. But the Lovers, the Knight of Cups, the Chariot energy, all that's coming up. We're just going to pick a few cards from the Light Seer now. Repeat message, you know, because I'm always finding that the mission partner, the twin flame, the ancient one, they always come up after our hard work and our assignments are done. And that's just what's going on. Okay, so with the Light Seer, we've got the Devil in reverse. So that's absolutely wonderful. The Devil's in reverse, meaning you win, just like I said with the Four of Wands, you win. And the Knight, or the King of Wands, is in reverse too. So that's really good, because the King of Wands, as Steve's Love Tarot calls him, is the Burger King. He wants things his way. He was the one arrested last night. So there you go. The King of Wands and the Devil in reverse. That was him. That was his energy. And we put an end to it. So that is really, really a great backup there. And then what's playing in the background is a song that always plays, A Lot More Free by Max McKayen. And if that ain't triple confirmation. So the Burger King with his double energy has been eradicated finally. It's for sure now. Time to move on to our Lovers, and the Knight of Cups can come in on his white horse now. The road is clear. And we're a little bit hurt, but we're a lot more free. Okay? Then we have the Lovers card on top. So that just backs up everything I just said. We're a little bit hurt, but a lot more free. And I'm drawn to her tattoo on her arm, the cross. You notice I don't wear my crosses anymore. I don't wear any jewelry anymore. Nobody's sucking any energy from me anymore. If I get new stuff, that will be from the new people and the new timeline. But for right now, no jewelry. Then we have the Five of Cups in reverse. So that's great. That means the disappointment's over. This was a major thing last night. Major thing. Seven of Swords in reverse. The deception, the lies, the trickery, all caught. I can't make this stuff up. It's so wonderful, isn't it? The Lover's upright with her tattoo. She no longer wears a talisman. It's tattooed on her arm. She got her prize. She got her assignment finished, and there's her new love. And I'm also drawn to his skin color. So the person that's your ancient one, the person that's coming in as your mission partner or your soulmate, each one of us have a different one coming in, maybe a different color too, different race, different part of the country, doesn't matter. Look at them looking in their eyes. The eyes are going to give it away. You're going to know by the eyes. Seven of Swords and Five of Cups in reverse. The Devil and the King of Wands in reverse. Doesn't get better than that, guys. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to spoil a good reading. That was just awesome. So, Astro Report given. I am Miss Mystic. Thank you for listening.